Here's a video of the boat. Today is March 16th, and I just wanted to show progress, how I'm doing. I'll get up a little closer. I start with, when I picked up the boat, it had this complete trailer, a complete body with seats, and the windshields the way they show them. It did not have the bimini top. I've been able to pick that up at the boat yard for free. We have to do a fabric. But the tires were good. The bearings were greased. Tail lights worked. The hitch was fine. It did not have the front axle jack, which I purchased new. But let me show you a little more about the hull. I'm painting things and we're still in progress. I go back here to the back. There's the seat that I've rebuilt. Karen did all the sewing. The wood underneath the foam and the fabric was just really bad, so I replaced all that. The motor has been worked on. Needed to have carburetors replaced, fuel pump rebuilt, some fuel lines and electric lines. Otherwise it was in pretty good shape and is ready to go now. I'm still working on it. The boat. You can see the original blue or turquoise or color that was in the back here that has not been painted. The blue and the off-white has been repainted on the body side, not on the inside. The little holes that I filled in, you can see on the side and in here in the back. There's places where it had a mount of foam and fabric and it was rotted out, so I got rid of that. These cables are the throttle cable and the gear shift, and I think I'm gonna keep them for now, but at the boat yard they're too long for this boat and these are kind of cracking, so I may replace them. I just didn't want to spend the money for now. Back here in the back is the equipment that was added at some time by somebody to tilt the motor. It has you can hydraulically raise and lower the motor and trim it. There's a throttle arm up front that it's electric, runs off the battery, and then it turns the motor and runs fluid through those stainless steel tubes. So it's real smooth, real quiet. The carpet has not been replaced. It's been just kind of, well, in some cases got some markings on it, but I'm going to keep it for now. The passenger dashboard used to have a radio, and I'm filling that in with Bondo before I paint it. And that little cover, a glove box, is just sitting on there. The hinge is bad, so I'm going to have to replace that. On the steering side, the electric switches I've taken off for now just because I'm still hooking up the wiring for the lights and for the bilge pump. That's what the switches are. And then on the top there was a fish finder that only the frame was remaining on this boat. The fellow must have taken the equipment and left the frame. And here's some more holes that I've filled. This bracket I've removed for now, and I'm going to mount it right here. It cuts and that holds this down, the windshield. And then the bimini top is mounted here where originally it was mounted back here. but then the top did not cover the windshield. So now I moved it forward enough to take care of giving us shade while we're riding in our front seat. And then, as you see in the back seat, there's about half shade. But what happens is this seat opens up and lays out flat. There's actually a couple of legs inside underneath this box. You lift that up and slide it out, and it lays completely flat, and it will go all the way to the back. But that's for sunning yourself, so I'm not sure how many times of the boating out trips we're going to make is going to be, you know, that's popular for maybe Karen, but I don't think I'll be about laying it out. I've got the new registration. It originally had this Texas number, and when I painted, I had to go all the way around all this, so I taped it off and then cut it back off, the tape off with a X-Acto knife. But now, even though this is the original color and I've just sprayed over it, this is not enough contrast for, I think, the state to see, so I'm going to have to probably paint over it with a paintbrush. A couple of things I've had to do underneath the boat is I've had to replace both the front roller and the second roller, and the mount that goes on it, because they were starting to get bent. But it was an easy job. I went to the boat yard and salvaged a few more parts, all for free so far. And I'm in the process. This is what the front of the trailer looks like. One of these days when I get the boat off of the trailer, I'll clean up the rest of it. As you can see, it has these wide, they're 10-inch tires with a 4-lug pattern, and they were on the trailer. I didn't buy those. They were on there. They looked like brand new tread. But what I did is I went and I traded I had a spare tire that came with this trailer, and I traded the one that was on there for this little 8-inch rim, 4-lug pattern, same bolt pattern, but it's a lot smaller and it's easier to sit up front and not have to be, you know, a big old fat tire in the way. And all I would ever need is a spare to get me home. So I traded that at the boatyard. I've completely painted this front assembly with a kind of a galvanized paint because it was kind of rusty looking. The strap was already on here. I did not have to take it off. The difference in the front mount, I moved it forward about 6 inches because when I get ready to put the thing in the water and bring it back up out of there, I think you can see that the boat is sitting too far back on the trailer, and that's why it's tail heavy. So I can get rid of 6 more inches by sliding the boat forward, and I think it'll balance a lot better. Interesting thing about the trailer is the leaf spring on the other side is got a broken leaf, and it's actually missing. So I'm going to have to replace one leaf spring when I get a chance. It rides okay, but for short distances I wouldn't want to go a long way with the broken leaf spring that it has. I cleaned up the front end. I want to show you, well, I'll go over here. The nose of the trailer at the place where I picked it up was sticking up in the air like that, and I tried to run the wiring in and out, and I found this bird nest inside of the trailer nose of the front end, and you can see there's eggs in there. They're bad and, you know, they're old, but this, you can see how skinny it was. This bird nest was inside the very front end of the trailer. So I had to pull it out with a string. I've added a new 4-pin connector. I leave part of the trailer hitch apart because of I don't want somebody to snag the trailer, but I can put that on when I get ready to move it. Like I said, I bought the brand new trailer jack here, and let's see. Oh, the front, I can look in. Karen has also done this front seat cushion. There's one on each side, and that's been completely redone. And there's a little compartment underneath that you can stow some ropes and life jackets and stuff like that. But all in all, I mean, even the straps on the bimini top I got at the salvage yard for free. Been a good deal. I mean, I'm anxious to get this thing in the water and try it out.